You know that feeling, right? You're trying to get a straight answer from an AI, and it feels like you're talking to a brick wall. Well, you're definitely not alone. When it comes to AI and customer service, here's the secret. The quality of the answer you get back depends completely on the quality of the question you ask. So today, we're going to learn how to master the art of asking the right questions. And just so you know where all this great info is coming from, this explainer is drawn straight from Chapter 2 of the Beginning, Intermediate, and Advanced Prompt Engineering tutorial by Virtualization Options LLC. So yeah, we're getting it from the source.
I mean, we've all been there. You need help with a customer issue, you pop it into the AI, and the response it spits out is so generic, so completely useless, you end up having to rewrite the whole thing yourself. It is so frustrating, isn't it?
But here's a little perspective shift for you, a real game changer. What if the problem isn't actually the AI? What if it's us? Think about it. An AI isn't a magic 8-ball. It's more like a brand new team member, super smart, super capable, but they need clear, specific directions to do their job right. It all comes down to communication. So, you ready to become a pro at this? Here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by breaking down the anatomy of a great prompt. Then, we'll get into the 4 pillars of quality. After that, we'll look at the common mistakes to avoid. And finally, we'll walk through the refinement cycle that'll really level up your skills. Okay, so what's the secret sauce? What really goes into a prompt that works every single time? Well, just like giving clear instructions to that new colleague, a really effective prompt has a solid structure. Let's break down the 5 essential building blocks. Every single high-performing prompt is built on these 5 things: role definition, context, instructions, format specification, and constraints. You can think of these as the absolute key ingredients in your recipe for a perfect AI response. Getting these right is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. First up, role definition. This is huge. It's like telling your new colleague exactly which hat to wear for a certain task. Instead of just a generic request, you'd say something like, act as an experienced tech support specialist who is patient and understanding. The difference in the output you'll get is just night and day. Next, context. Oh man, this one is critical. Without context, the AI is basically flying blind. It's like trying to help a friend solve a problem when you have absolutely no idea what the backstory is. You've got to provide that customer history, those product details, whatever it needs to give a response that's actually relevant. Then we have instructions. This is where you go from wishing for a good response to demanding one. It's the difference between vaguely asking for help and saying, draft a 3-step email that first acknowledges the customer's frustration, then offers 2 specific solutions. See, one's a hope, the other is a clear, actionable command. Format specification might seem like a small detail, but trust me, it's a massive time saver. Do you need a numbered list for a troubleshooting guide? Maybe some bullet points for a quick summary? Tell the AI exactly how you want the output structured, and it'll save you a ton of editing later. And finally, they have constraints. These are your guardrails that keep the AI on the right track. You can say things like, keep the response under 150 words, or maintain a warm and professional tone, or even do not mention our competitors' products. Constraints keep the AI's response focused, on brand, and exactly what you need it to be. All right, so we've got the building blocks. Now, let's take it a step further. It's one thing to know what to put in a prompt, but understanding the principles behind it is what really guarantees quality. And that's where these 4 pillars of quality come in. Think of these 4 pillars, clarity, specificity, context, and structure, like the 4 legs of a table. If one of them is shaky, the whole thing is going to wobble. But when all 4 are strong, you're going to get rock-solid, reliable results every time. Pillar 1, clarity. This is so simple, but so important. Eliminate any chance for guessing. Instead of using a vague word like it, use the specific product name. Be direct, be precise. Leave 0 room for misinterpretation. Pillar 2 is specificity, and here's the golden rule. General prompts get you general answers. It really is that simple. If you want a specific response, you have to give specific details. Don't just say, help with a customer issue. Say, help a customer who's having trouble applying a discount code at checkout. Okay, pillar 3 is context. And I know, we already covered this as a building block, but it is so fundamentally important that it's also a pillar of quality. You have to give the AI the complete picture. If you leave out key background info, you're pretty much setting it up to fail. And pillar number 4, structure. A well-organized prompt with clear sections for the role, the context, and the task, well, it's not just easier for the AI to understand, it's a gift to your future self because it's so much easier for you to read, reuse, and tweak later on.
All right, so we know what to do. That's the fun part. Now, let's flip the script and talk about what not to do. Knowing these common mistakes will save you a world of headache, I promise.
This slide just lays it all out perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the bad habits, being vague, leaving out context, just assuming the AI knows things it doesn't. And on the right, that's where we want to be. Clear instructions, rich context, and focused single-topic requests. And there's one pitfall in particular we need to talk about, because I think we're all a little guilty of it sometimes. The source calls it the dump-and-hope approach. You know what I'm talking about. You're in a hurry, so you just copy-paste a giant customer email into the prompt and just hope for the best. But hope is not a strategy. It almost never works, because it's missing all those key building blocks we just talked about. Okay, last section. Let's talk about the journey from being good at this to being truly great. It's not about nailing it on your first try. Nobody does that. The real magic is in the process, in a cycle of continuous improvement.
This is how the pros do it. It's a simple 4-step loop. First, you create your initial prompt. Then, you evaluate what comes back. Really look at it. Is it good? Is it what you wanted? Next, you analyze. Figure out why it's not perfect. Maybe the tone is off or it missed a key detail. And finally, you refine. You tweak the prompt, add a constraint, provide more context, and you try again.
And this is maybe the most important takeaway of the whole day. Going through this cycle isn't a sign that you failed. It's the exact opposite. It is the hallmark of a professional. Even the experts are constantly refining their prompts. The real skill isn't getting it right the first time. It's knowing how to analyze and improve. So go ahead, experiment. So there you have it. That is the blueprint for crafting prompts that actually get you clear, helpful, and accurate results. We've gone through the 5 building blocks, the 4 pillars of quality, the pitfalls to avoid, and that all-important cycle of improvement. The only question left is, now that you have these skills, what's the first thing you're going to improve?